His name was Jim. Jim was a sad man, was unky since the release of Peter Pan. Immigrated from Japan, was 4 years old back then. He felt like he didn't live up to the expectation required to be a proper man. He didn't have a beard, all the girls thought he was pretty weird. Jim didn't know what to do, he thought he had a crew, but then he remembered it never was more than one member. Another day in December, the exact same shit as November. Wake up early in the morning, go to school which Jim thinks pretty boring. Go home to eat with dad, tomato soup and bread. Wake up the next morning and repeat, hey dad, let's eat. The very next day Jim's dad was pretty mad. It was a day to remember. Dad finally released his inner amber. He shouted and yelled his following to Jim. Go get some friends, talk to girls and hold their hands. Do some exercise, study and get wise. Get a wife and get a fucking life. Oh my fucking god, you are 22 and you still sit on your room and watching Scooby-Doo. Dear Jim, you know I love you. I'm not saying this to be rude, but if you don't change your attitude, you will be pretty screwed. Another day in December, the exact same shit as November. Wake up early in the morning, go to school which Jim thinks pretty boring. Go home to eat with dad, tomato soup and bread. Wake up the next morning and repeat, hey dad, let's eat. Jim woke up the very next day. I read the newsletter. There was an article named 10 easy steps on how life gets better. He read them and took them into consideration before he walked to the local bus station. Jim knew he had to change. He knew his father was right, but he was in fright. Didn't know what to do, didn't have a fucking clue. He was trapped in his own soul, almost like falling in a big black hole. Another day in December, the exact same shit as November. Waking up early in the morning, go to school which Jim thinks is pretty boring. Go home to eat with dad, tomato soup and bread. Wake up the next morning and repeat, hey dad, let's eat. Time went by, things were not changing at all. He cried and he cried, he tried and he lied, but he could not provide. His depression took overhand, no progression, no form of succession. He didn't want to live anymore, there was only one option, and it was the back door. Reach out, I can't take any more pain, before he jumped in front of the train.